Okay, we're making bread today, and we're going to go through the steps of how we make bread in this household. Okay, the first step is to put the yeast in. This is dry yeast that we get from Trader Joe's. It's cheap, and it works just as well as Fleischmann's Rapid Rise. Next, we put in the salt. It's about a tablespoon and a half of normal table salt. Okay, next we have to give the yeast something to eat, and we're going to use honey, and put in about a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons, something like that. Okay, next we need water. We use 2 cups of water. I microwave it for about a minute and a half until we get it to about anywhere between 120 and 130 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we're going to pour the water in. And then we're going to get a spoon and we're going to mix it. Now we're going to add 2 cups of all-purpose unbleached flour. And we're going to stir it with the wooden spoon until it's thoroughly mixed. Thank you. Now we're going to add about 3 cups more. Okay. And then we're going to stir it thoroughly, and this is where it's going to become very hard to stir, and it's going to become a dough. So we just do the best we can, and then eventually we have to get rid of the spoon and we're going to have to start kneading it by hand. Okay, now can't use the spoon anymore, so just going to knead it by hand. Turn it over, fold it, press. And what's going to happen is it's going to get sticky, and it'll get smoother and smoother, and it'll clean the bowl. And what I do is I knead it for a few minutes.
Okay, I did.
Okay, so we've let it sit a little while, and now it's much smoother. And I want to know if I added enough flour, and the way I would tell that is there still should be some stickiness to the dough. When I squeeze it and hold, it should still be a bit sticky and tacky. It sticks to my fingers. That means it's just about right. I can still handle it, but it's still sticky. If I've added so much flour that it's not sticky anymore, I've added too much flour and I'm going to get a heavy loaf. So this is perfect. So this is about ready. This is about ready to let it rise. And I'm going to take the dough out, clean the bowl, grease it, and then I'm going to put it in the oven with the dough and let it rise. Okay, I've cleaned the bowl, sprayed some cooking spray on it, and put the dough in, and now I'm going to cover it. You can cover it with a damp paper towel, a damp. Here it is in the oven. I'm lucky because I have a gas oven, an old gas oven with a pilot light, and it's always warm. It's a great place to raise bread. You could also put it on top of your refrigerator where it's warm, or any place where it's warm. If it's a colder area, it'll just take long. Well, the bread has risen for about an hour. As you can see, it's increased in volume about 2 times, maybe more. And now we're going to punch it down. Go ahead. And what's going to happen is it's going to deflate. All the carbon dioxide bubbles are going to go. So now I'm finishing kneading it for the second time, popping all the air bubbles. And now what we have to do is I'll clean the bowl again, and then we'll let it rise a second time. Okay, the bread has risen probably more than twice, maybe too much. And now I'm going to bake it at 350 degrees for about 40 minutes. Okay, so it's been baked about 40 minutes. It's nice and brown. I'm going to turn it out. And then I'm going to tap the bottom. If it sounds hollow, it's done. So I'm just going to flip it over and let it cool.